Hey guys, what's good? Welcome to another long form video which sits on YouTube. We're also live streaming right now on our TikTok page. So for those of you who are catching this on YouTube or on TikTok, make sure to head over to all our other social media platforms to hit the like button, to subscribe, and as well as share this video. This is another powerful video where we're talking about the law of 36. The law of 36, this is my book. On the 36-day cycle that we navigate in terms of aligning our things. Nah? So I want to talk briefly about what to expect in regards to using the law of 36 as a means to give you revelation as well as deal with the karmic debts. And then once you've dealt with the karmic debts, reach a point where you've got divine balance and then effect change in your life. Then once you've got this karmic balance and you've effected change, then change your life completely in terms of the direction you need to take. So the law of 36 is basically a concept that I've put together that I've been testing out for a while in regards to helping people, right? I've recently named it as the law of 36, but for the longest time I would tell patients that no, our goal is to move in a 36-day cycle to assist you to reach a point where after 36 days you can do your own thing. You don't depend on me, right? I'm very eager to get people to not depend on me as motu o bamtsamayang or umuntu omhambayo, right? I'm eager to allow people to move and go and do things themselves such that they are not dependent on me as their healer. I must stress this one. So the law of 36 is about that. Going full 360, going full 360 degrees, right? Going from 0 to 9 in essence in terms of the completion. And now we are using the 1 to 9 cycle as a means to transmute the energy of finality. What do we mean by this? So initially we're at 0 point, we've done nothing, right? And while we're at 0 point, 0 is the quantum field, 0 is God. This is where all the potentials sit, right? And all the revelations, this is where they sit. This is the light realm. Now, we seek to connect and get revelation or bring about now revelation, right? So we want to incept the 0 or we want to impregnate the womb such that it can give birth to the revelations over the 9-day cycle. So now I'm going to bring it into context around what would happen, for example, in a consultation. You come for a consultation and we look into your situation. Once we've looked into your situation, we realize that you've got this and that problem. For example, let's say it comes forward that, no, Wena, you've got a spiritual calling, right? And you're not supposed to be navigating a spiritual calling. And it's the first time you're hearing this from me, or maybe you've heard it from other people, but it's never come direct to you yourself, right? Now, this is a problem. Why? Because you are going to take action on the basis of external perspective. And now the law of 36 is about inner reflection. It's about inner reflection. The revelation must come from within yourself. Okay, great. So what do I then say? Let's go on an initial cycle to come to terms with the revelation. We want to call upon your guides in a neutral fashion. So a big part here, the law of 36, is where we talk about engaging neutrally. Why do we engage neutrally? To bypass issues linking to the surname potentially. Yeah? If maybe even in the session we spoke about that. You're not using the right surname. Just various issues linking to the surname that can be present for people. And now, a lot of the time, what tends to be the solution? The solution tends to be that, no, you must go and get your father or mother to correct things. Now, go about Paisisa because Bona, they just don't see it, right? They just don't get it. Maybe they are not about it like that. Maybe your father and your mother, they don't see eye to eye anymore and they don't want to take action in your favor. So what must happen? Must your life be stagnant? No. We go forward under neutrality and we connect with the true essence of our guardian angels, which is for them to be the light. This is why when we call them neutrally, so one of the sections stresses this, how to talk to your guides neutrally, right? Under the book, it talks about this. Our goal here is to neutralize the communication process so that they don't come forward under energy of dispute, kgogisano, e nang le ho ba present as a result of surnames. Okay, great. So then you call upon your guides from your mother and father's side. Re bitsa mangelo ya kganya ga bomme la ga bontate, na? Re bitsa le ena Ramasedi. Ramasedi is referenced as the light. It's the white candle right here in the middle. I just don't have one right now. So normally you'd have blue, white, yellow. So in the law of 36, even on the cover of the book, you will see it's a blue, white, and yellow candle. Now, sometimes there's disputes around the positions of the candles, especially the blue and yellow. Some will say we must flip it around. Me, I operate with it like this. And if you're aligned with me, this is how we'll navigate. Up until your people tell you to switch it up or they tell you to change the candles. Remember, blue and yellow is not the only way to tap in. We are unique, and in our uniqueness, we must express uniquely in our spiritual space. So another big section in the book, the Law of 36, is talking about this. As you connect with the revelations, some of the revelations might also be linking to the modality we're working with. Yes. Understand this, right? It's very important, because in understanding this, then you tweak the tools such that it will favor you. And in it favoring you, you will then connect even deeper with the revelations that will assist you. This is but a start point for those who have nothing to work with. That's the whole point of the Law of 36, right? Give you a start point, give you a basis to move with. So in the first 9 days, our goal is to get confirmation on the revelations you received in consultation, or revelations around things you have questions about. Things that are spiritual, that you know, Ashazin, this thing is pressing me. Since I've been wanting to know more about this thing. Some of you are trying to find your father, you don't know your father. Some of you are trying to find your mother, you don't know your mother, your true mother, your biological parents. Some of you are trying to understand why your life is not coming together the way you want it to. But because you're quick to leap, to go to the Ngaka, right? To get assistance, you're vulnerable in that position because they'll easily manipulate the situation. This is why the first 9 days is confirmation, right? So for me, we'll never take action without you having done the 9-day confirmation. You'll come see me, and then after what we've spoken about, you'll go out to go confirm. It must come direct to you. I'm not preaching the gospel. Your people must come direct to you to give you this revelation. So first 9 days is that. We want finality on the revelations around what type of karmic energy are we carrying, right? What type of karmic energy are we carrying? So now we've made the example around the calling. Nah? Then the next cycle is the day 10 to 18, right? So it's 1 and 8, that number. Yeah, the combination. That 1 plus 8, it makes a 9 again, remember. So 9 is an important number. But now, the 1 and the 8 carry an energy in and of itself. What energy does it carry? You are now one with the revelation. What do I mean? You now truly know, because your people came to you and gave you revelation that yes, you have this calling. That yes, there is an issue linking to this thing in regards to the spiritual situation you're facing. Like you know, truly, right? And they've come to you. You didn't hear it from someone else. I can't tell you the number of patients I've had who've taken action around in something as serious as intuaso or navigating a spiritual calling on the basis of what they heard from someone else. And they went and took covenants. They went and engaged. All of this is happening in a manner where they are not conscious of what truly is happening. They're doing it because they're trying to fix their life, right? And this is a problem, because if you're always going to work on external advice, external perspective, so now, first 9 days, confirmation. Now, once you're one with the confirmation, we go 1 to 8, 18. That 8 references the karmic balance. Once we are one with the confirmations, we now are engaged in prayer around what do we need to do to induce karmic balance, right? So now we're having prayers with our people talking about, okay, I now understand that veleng nayo linking is so na so na so. What is the best way forward? How do I need to tackle this problem? So this is where some of you with callings should then be, if ideally that's what your people want you to do, be getting revelation around, iyale lo muntu lo uzokuthwasisa. Sikudinga laphaya, uye lo muntu lo uzokusiza ngento ethile nathile. Or self-initiate, right? Or linda thina sizokutshela how you must strike. Or they might even tell you, no, you need to do certain rituals to cleanse. So a big part here of the book is talking about this, cleansing rituals, right? To establish a vibration, because we talk about the law of vibration. We talk about the law of vibration and how we use prayer as a means to establish vibration. We send out a signal using our vocal cords to the universe, and we want the universe to give us answers. We also talk about fire or light as a transmutational energy. Fire is transmutational. We cook food under heat because it transforms it into food that is edible, right? We add energy into the food. This energy then transforms the food such that it's cooked in a particular way and we can then eat it, right? Some foods are poisonous when they are not cooked, just to give you context around the type of power fire has. So in us being able to consume it, we need to put it under the fire so that the fire can transform it into something positive that we can consume. Now we're talking spiritual food, right? We're cooking spiritually. That's why we use the candles as the reference point or as the light. Secondly, the light represents who you truly are. You are the light. You are the light, right? So we go into detail about this in the book, right? The law of 36. We are the light. We have a full page talking about the white candle and how you are the light. And then we talk about the Merkaba and how you need to balance the light. Nah? So now, 1 to 8, we've spoken about you're one with the revelation. Now you are becoming one with what you need to do to induce this karmic balance. That's the 8. Nah? So in there, you will know about rituals you might need to engage in. Some of you trying to connect with your people, maybe you've got issues around ukubangwa. It is there where your people will say, "Hambo khuluma nomuntu othile uzokusiza." In the case that the direction your people want you to take is to fix the surname, maybe. In the case this is the direction your people want you to take, they will lead you there. We don't go there just on the basis that some healer said, how many people have shifted from one surname to another surname and it caused them chaos? So this is why we do this process. It's a delicate process that takes time, that considers the vibration you're in the moment. Then we go the third 9-day cycle. The third 9-day cycle is the 27 cycle. So we go from day 19 to from day 19 to day 27, right? Here our goal is, once we've achieved the balance, right? We've balanced the as above so below state, right? 8 is the number of karmic balance. We've balanced the karmas, right? Then we can action change. So 2 is the number of balance, 7 is the number of change. We can action change the trajectory ya bophelo ba rona. This is where then deeper rituals are being done. Some of you at this point are being told to do rituals around Paramisa is Tunya, for example, or Ukshaba or Khubehwa, delicate things, right, that require quite a delicate understanding. So this is why we must get confirmations, because it is these rituals that you take part in that your people must give you clear, direct reference on. Nah? So some of you in doing this balance or changing your life, and we must constantly communicate with our people around the direction we should take. So the law of 36 is about this. Nah? Then once that is done, we go 36, and then we've balanced the Mother, the Father, and the Holy Spirit. Then the 6 is the 9. 6 is the number of finality, such as 9, right? 9 is the number of finality, but 9 is in orthodox direction, 6 is in the opposite direction. In this case, we are now changing your life. Once we've got the balance of the trilogy, we then change your life. The 6 acts as the change number. So the law of 36 is an encompassment of a framework or a body of work that you can use to help you, to move you from where you are in terms of right? And then we bring you into the light. It's a spiritual mixed with scientific protocols that we engaged in, that I have tested over countless times with myself and hundreds of other patients. It's now in book format to allow you to not require to come to me for consultation. You just buy yourself this book and you navigate using this book. But remember, the framework itself stresses that you must pay attention to the guidance from your people. If they then say change blue candle, you change blue candle, and then you do what they do, right? And you tweak and you align based on you. In the book, we also have reflection. Nah? Section on reflection. You literally write in the book, okay, how did the first 9-day cycle treat you? What were the revelations you got? And then you'll document them. Simultaneously, you must also have a dream journal. You must be documenting the dreams that you are having. Document them. And then come into the prayer space to discuss the dreams. Even if you don't understand them, discuss the dreams. Bantabatala, this is what I dreamt yesterday. So on and so on, right? Let's go for a quick ad break before we continue. I want us to talk about neem oil. Neem oil, Buffett. Nah? Neem oil. Very powerful oil for people with skin issues. Nah? Some of you might have hypersensitive skin, so always do a patch test first. What do I mean by patch test? Take a bit of the oil, apply it on your skin, see how your skin reacts, especially if your skin is hypersensitive. Because as much as it helps to deal with skin issues, we must be aligned with whether it'll tusa, especially if you've got issues that are severe and unique to you, right? Now, neem oil is made from the neem leaves. This is nature's antiseptic, antifungal, antibacterial. That's why it's great for skin. Nah? It decreases dandruff, so you can also apply it in the hair, actually. It cures acne and eczema, improves hair growth, protects the teeth. It's also good if you've got like an infection in your mouth. So the oil you won't consume orally, you'll just apply or gargle in the mouth and flush it out. Nah? It eliminates ringworms. So ringworms king fungal infection on the skin, right? So neem oil it will cost 100 million. Some of you are using it as a natural contraceptive because it's a pesticide. So it kills sperm. What do? They take a pipette and then they put a pipette of the oil in their vagina before they sleep with their partner. Disclaimer, this is something you must do deep research on. But this is what they do, right? I'm giving you context as to how people navigate. Then after you and your partner have been intimate, you take another bit of the oil and you put it into the vagina. It should kill the sperm, right? It's a natural contraceptive in that sense. You can do deep research on it. Neem. Sure. Okay, cool. So back to the law of 36. So now I've just broken down to you the full 9-day cycles, or the 4 9-day cycles that you'll engage in. I do want to stress though, some of you think that this process is just a 36-day process and done. And it's in sequence. It's not always in sequence. What do I mean? Let's say we get to the cycle 27 and here we are doing things around balancing our things. So 2, right? 2 is the number of balance. So we are engaged in rituals to balance the arena. Perhaps you're balancing the masculine and the feminine side of things. And now the revelation is that certain rituals need to be done for you. Those rituals are not going to be done in a rush, isn't it? Those rituals are not going to be done in a rush. So you might be paused a bit while engaging on the 27 cycle, waiting for what? The time to be right for you to take action. Again, some of you might, in this process, confirming the first 0 to 9, they'll tell you, no, go and talk to your mom about the true identity of your father. We've prepared her already. She knows. I get it, you've already spoken to them. You've already induced the vibration that will put your mother in a position where she has to disclose. Then you can go and have conversation. You will get now revelation, or perhaps your mom will come to you. So you might complete the 9 days and then your mom talks to you day 11, 12, 13, right? Even before you start the second 9-day cycle. Then at that point, so let's say a week after doing the first 9 days, at that point now you are one with the revelation. Umama sekakhulumile. She's now disclosed to me who my people are, right? And who I am. I now understand. Then you are one with the revelation. Now you are starting to pray for what do you need to do to induce the karmic balance? 18 cycle, right? Then the revelations come around what you need to do to induce the karmic balance. And then you take action in the 27 cycle. These are the rituals you might need to engage in. So it's not, in essence, a one-size-fits-all where after 36 days, sometimes it takes time, right? It takes time. But at each point, you need to know where you are relative to the law of 36 framework. Now, My goal here is to everyone that wants to consult with me must first get the book. The book will be around the same price as consultation fee. Get the book, go through their cycle, and once they've reached a certain point, they must bring me the book with the reflection points on each 9-day cycle. Then we discuss the reflection points. Then we go deeper. Right? Where you've got even deeper questions. You've now built the process, your connector, lay your people independent of me, right? Because some of you feel langshok, and that's not true, right? That's far from the truth. The truth is, you need to establish a stronger connection, lay your people. There is the truth. Right? Other healers won't tell you this because it's a going concern in terms of you coming through to drop some money when coming for a session. Right? So they'll keep you looping in their network, return business, isn't it? But I feel like that's a problem because now I have people that I'm in a process on with, right? Then there are new people who want to come in. And then it creates clashes in terms of follow-ups and new people. And then now my process, it takes time. Like I said, 36 days, right? It takes time. And I need to give everyone detail. And in it taking time, I'm not the type of healer who, most of the time, if you'll see me once and never again, is because I'll have told you, what's again, when I'm actually, go and do your process. Go do your own thing. And then you go and do your own thing. Great. Or you come see me once and we discuss and they tell you, no, don't go back there again. That's fine. You don't come back. Great, in fact, because it's quite bombarding, this thing, and it's quite overwhelming, to be honest with you. So as long as you found the light and you found direction and you're doing your own thing and you're comfortable in doing your own thing, me, I'm happy. That's exactly where I need everyone to be because the spiritual space has become something else. It's become something else totally. So I better, guy. Let's go for another ad break. Okay, eki batana butter made from the batana nut. Nah, it releases this oil which is very powerful for skin and hair growth. For those of you with patchy hair, kenakai. Right? For those of you with issues around dry skin, once again, patch test. Now we've already spoken about doing patch test. Take a small amount, patch test, see how it treats you. If it treats you well, then you can apply. You can mix it in. Yes, you can mix it in with other skincare products like shea butter. So you feed the skin, or no, actually you feed the skin with shea butter, right? Because it's deeply moisturizing, and then you close it in with the bantana butter. Right? Batana butter. Sorry, it's not bantana butter. Okay, batana butter. Yes, batana butter 200 gram. I think 200 rand. Nah? The butter thing. It's got like this aroma thing, which is something you need to get used to, right? The aroma thing is quite distinct. So you can buy this either in this butter form. We also have the oil, but you'll notice since it's winter, the oil ya coagulate, ne? Har coagulating ya tia, coagulation ke ha mafura tia, ne? Then you can put the bottle in like hot water, mafura tologe, and then take it and base your hair with it or base on your skin. Nah? The oil itself, it will cost 150. The butter is 200 rand. Sure. Okay, and in closing, on the law of 36, now some pressing questions. Where can you buy the book if you're interested in buying the book? There will be a link on the link tree, which is a pre-sign up to buy the book. So basically you sign up to leave us your details so that we can then send you an email when the book is ready. I think we're about 4 weeks away from the books being ready. I've ordered 100 units of the book for people to be able to purchase now. So expect that link. Now we'll drop a video later today once the link is up on Linktree. We'll also have it in the caption of this video on YouTube. Now, let's remember that, Buffett. Now, we'll also have it in the caption of this video for you to go and sign up so that you can get access to now an email once the book is live and running for you to purchase. And then our goal is to also have like a community that will sit on our private social media world, which will be the Light Circle. It will be called the Light Circle. obviously we are working in the light. So this community is about people trying to connect with the light. And in there, we'll have built a nice user journey for you to assist you while you're dealing kabuka. Nah? While you're reading the book, in there you can comment. We'll then also give feedback. You can upload the things you've read. You can share your perspective. We'll also be sharing support material with you daily. So you buy the book, and then the book will come with like a QR code that you can scan to get you to join now the social media world or the light circle. Nah? You'll be able to join the light circle. So this is for those of you who are taking interest. Nah? Then, once you're in the light circle, there you will be exposed to even deeper contexts around the process that we're on in terms of connecting people with the lights. Nah? And then there will even take it further. The next book is going to be the Law of 72 or the Law of 720, right? This is for those of you now navigating the spiritual calling, because once you've gone full circle, balancing now what the generic essence of needing to balance things is for everyone, right? Everyone needs to, we're on the journey of the 3, the 6, the 9, and the 12, right? As 9 etheric beings, one of our core assignments is to navigate the spiritual journey. Nah? So all of us are navigating the spiritual journey. Now, some of us, while navigating the spiritual journey, and now we are looking to connect with the light. Because this tunya is the light, and it requires this balance first. It's got nothing to do with church. This tunya's got nothing to do with church. This tunya's got nothing to do with church and what they've made it out to be. It's got nothing to do with just prophecy. It's so broad, it's so deep, right? For you to connect with the archangel or connect with the light, for you to get into the angle, right? This is an exact mathematical formula that we need to figure out. So we need to vibrate at the frequency of 720 hertz. That's why I reckon the law of 720. But you will not get there if you've not gone full circle. You will not get there if you've not gone full circle. Balanced, feminine, masculine, to then connect with the light. So if you've not mastered the Holy Trinity, you are not going to be able to connect Nestunia. So the next book is going to be the Law of 720, to help people illuminate such that they can now tap into the higher essence of who they are. This is where we go deeper on the Merkaba. The Merkaba is the light body. It's the divine union between masculine and feminine. Every one of us, we have an internal light, right? We have an internal light, or the aura. This light needs to vibrate at a certain frequency, and this light requires certain balance. This is why our people realize, in our goal to reach the light, they then embedded systems into our culture, what we now refer to as Isintu, to induce this balance of the light. That's why they made a covenant of the union between masculine and feminine. So the physical rituals that our parents would engage in, and therefore we will then also engage in them, assist us to ascend. Right? These are the rites of passage. The rites of passage establish a certain vibration on the physical vessel. But it goes deeper, because some of you are only connecting with the rituals here on the physical plane and what they do for you here on the physical plane. You're not realizing the deeper spiritual essence of the ritual, which is what the Law of 72 is going to be about. Understanding the deeper spiritual essence of what this is truly about. Why do we work in the waters? Why specifically the waters? What is it about the waters? What does it truly mean to say ukuthi uney'thunywa zasemanzini? So nina niphikisana ngokuthi nibona umnikazi. Yeah, mina ngiyambona umnikazi shuthi ngiphiwe. That whole thing, which is trivial, which is ego-based, right? Extremely ego-based. What is the true essence of the water? The science behind it. The science behind it. Most people won't be able to explain. They won't be able to explain. And if you can't explain, how are you truly connected to it? How are you truly connected? Why do we work with fire? Why do we work with soil? Why do we work with the elements? Right? Those who pray, those who are navigating Istunya just through prayer, the airbenders, right? The airbenders, those are the airbenders. There's so much more to you than just vocalize, right? Because you can pray life into people. you're bending air, you're bending the elements in essence. The elements, the 5 base elements. Okay. So the law of 720, we are going to touch on the 5 base elements: air, water, wind, fire, soil. Those are the 5 base elements. Because some of you, these are tools you're going to work with as you navigate this tool. Because we're trying to connect with the true base essence of who we are. So instead of working with the plants, we go even deeper. We work with the base elements, the foundational elements of what is the universe itself. Then we go deeper, fauna, flora, right? And then the animals, amakel. But before it was that, Neraspanaka, Waban. Okay, cool. I hope this gives everyone context. Let's go for another ad break before we go. Let's talk about macadamia nut oil. So here we've got macadamia nut oil now. Macadamia nut oil is a good oil to use in replacement of seed oils. Most seed oils, they've got an issue called hexane. Now, hexane, they use it to keep the oil stable as they heat press it out. So not necessarily heat press, but they use heat extraction to pull it out. Or they use chemical-based extraction to pull out the oil from the seeds. And now it exposes the oil to hexane. Hexane is toxic for the human body. That's why better stay away from seed oils. Macadamia nuts, yes, it's made from the actual nut itself, which is crushed, cold pressed, right? Cold pressed macadamia nut oil. So no heat applied. It's got a high smoke point. So meaning you can put it under high temperature. It'll release that smoke. Smoke is toxic. It's good for people who are dealing with issues around cholesterol because it's not monosaturated fat, right? It's good for those people. So if you're health conscious and you're looking for an alternative to cook with, most of the time, olive oil, but olive oil is not cheap, right? Some people can't afford real virgin olive oil, no? And most of the time they blend it. They make olive oil by blender like canola oil, the balance between the two to provide a cheaper product for people to access. So 500 ml, 130. Yeah, a macadamia nut oil, no? Sure. Okay, maybe we can take 2 questions from TikTok, 3 questions, and then we can, yeah.
The first one was from a lady, when are you opening a shop in Jamestown?
No, I'd already responded to that one. Yeah. If we don't have questions, it's cool.
No, khona engitholayo YCN boutique uthi mkhulu, it's difficult to do these things with a 9 to 5 and having to pay bills. So I'm guessing mhlawumbe like she's he or she's referring to getting his cut to
I see. I understand. So there in the law of 36, we talk about timing, right? Timing is important, but also timing is about alignment. So my advice to you would be work in a time that works best for you. So set up the prayer space. Once the prayer space is set up, don't knock it down. Keep it up, right? Because to drop it and then set up is going to make things difficult for you. 1. 2, pick a time that works best for you. Now, I suggest when you wake up in the morning, when you get off the bed, have your 5 minutes in the prayer session. We are not saying engage over an hour, 30 minutes. No, it's not realistic. Not many people have that type of time. So I suggest, Kala, with the little time that you have, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, right? Sometimes it might happen that you don't even have the time to even spark the candles. It's about what's in the heart, to be honest with you. So even in the car or in the taxi, just that little moment with yourself. Ya Rapela, come inside. Ya Rapela, and you now reflect. Inna. This is but a process we use as a means to establish the connection we'd like to establish with our people, right? It is not the be all and end all, and the universe knows, sure. I think it's just no. Come inside and come have a look. No problem. Come inside and come have a look. So with that said, YCN, I understand 9 to 5 hectic, but pick a time that works best for you. All right. So if it's in the evening, it's in the evening. If it's in the morning, it's in the morning. I prefer morning because then I get it out the way, and yeah, I don't have to think about it. And as the day goes, and as the demands of the day, they require gore ke push other things. I know at least ke coverile this side of things. Wabona? Do you have another question?
Uma also uthi, hi Mkhulu, I'm battling with Noga. What can I use?
Nog.
N-O-K-A.
Yeah, nog. It's the waist. How are you battling with Noka? What do you mean? Like, as in, is it painful? If it's painful, Spanaka, what's this? Devil's Claw, nah? Singaparedi. Singaparedi would be good for you if you've got hip pain, nah? Like hip pain, Noka, hip, nah? Mm-hmm.
And then we had one from Uzugile, which was asking, she was asking what umkoka ngawusebenzisa kanjani.
Oh, I already explained earlier. Yeah, that was from earlier. Go all the way down. Did we not get any like it should have like a thingy with messages there. It counts the number of messages that we have.
Yes, okay, most of them are the invite.
Okay.
Yes. I'm seeing one that's saying, what do I need to use for acid reflux from Ulezamaredi?
Acid reflux. Okay. For acid reflux, you good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. For acid reflux, ukaspanak sour soup, it would be good for you. Ukaspanak African potato, nah? For acid reflux, it would also be good for you. These are two herbs that I'd highly suggest for a situation of this nature, nah? Yeah. It's because acid reflux, it bakela ulcer at a certain point in time. So these two would be good for you, nah? Okay.
And then we have another question from OYCN. Put here, will the book be available on Take a Lot?
I've not thought about Take a Lot. It will be available on our website. We're publishing independently, and Take a Lot is going to drive the price point a bit too much. So you'll be able, if you want to buy it online, you'll be able to buy it on our website, simosafrica.co.za. Nah?
And then we had one that was asking what the price might be.
Okay, I expect to pay anything between 250 to around 320, around there, for the book itself.
Now, so to OYCN, bekhuluma about a dream that he or she had. What does dreaming of you taking beautiful people pictures on a digital camera mean?
Set up your candles, set up your blue. So 9 day, remember, first thing is about confirmation, right? We want confirmation or revelation. So set up your candles, blue, white, yellow, and then go on the process of talking to your people about the dreams you've had, all the dreams you've had. Sinang clarity on them, and then talk to them about that. Tell them, Bantabatala, there are dreams that I'm having that I'm not quite understanding. I do this because I'm empowering you to not depend on me. Every time you have a dream, you want to knock on my door. You understand? This makes you vulnerable to spiritual manipulation. So I do this because I'm empowering you. That's why I don't like to do dream interpretation, to be honest with you, because it then shifts responsibility from you to me. So with that said, I'm giving you the best port of call. Ke mo mo dikereseng o tlo kena into a 9 day cycle to get revelation. Okay, sure.
And then Uzodwa Dladla ubuza ngama-location eitoro where we're based.
Okay, Zoto, we've got a store in Pretoria, Soweto, Brakpan, and Durban. So if you go into Google Maps, nah, you gotta check out Google Maps, because obviously listening now and I tell you the address it's gonna be complicated for you. So check on Google Maps, say Simos Africa near me. Then it'll place it at the closest location. All the stores are there. Nah? Soweto, Brakpan, Durban, and Pretoria. Sure. For those of you, if any of these stores are a bit too far from you, you can then go buy on the website. You can also call the call center. The number is in bio now. Okay, cool.
Okay, I think.
Last two questions
Yeah,
now.
Maybe,
Oh.
do you have something to clean the lungs from phlegm and cough?
Oh, phlegm. Okay, take sea moss, nah, phlegm, and then also take cancer bush. Nah, it's good for like bronchitis. Most of the time, if you're generating like a lot of phlegm, it's because your bronchi are compromised. In there, what's called bronchi. Nah. The bronchitis who swell. That's why sometimes it's like moya wa hao wa kwaleha, especially those people who are asthmatic. Maybe there's dust in your lungs, or maybe you've got an infection, right? So we want to fight the two. So CMOS is going to purge now this mucus out. And the reason now the bronchi is making the mucus is so that it will protect the area, the mucus membrane. Ebatla we protect, right? So that this dust is kaubakela matata, so it wants to quarantine it. But now we need to take the mucus out. So CMOS it sharp for now. Cancer bush is also going to be good for you for bronchi. Yeah. Okay, sure.
I think that was it.
Yeah, no stress, but face, shout out. Thank you. Like boy. Oh, more herbs. Okay, let's do another ad. Erbuka chebe hair food. Okay. Eki chebe hair food buffet. Chebe hair food is a mix here, shea butter plus chebe powder. So the Chadanians, people from Chad, they use chebe, right? It's also spread into other countries there in West Africa. They've got really good hair as a result of using chebe. And then shea butter is also going to be good to assist as a basting and also strengthening the hair. Now, so these two herbs are combined together to create now what is chebe hair food that you will use to apply in your hair. Get 140 this bottle here, 125 gram. Rather this jar. This is how it looks inside. Then you just take some and you apply on your hair. Sure. Let's go another one. Let's talk about Jatrofa. Okay. Eki Jatrofa. Jatrofa is a powerful herb for people who've got severe skin issues. Like severe eczema, severe breakouts, especially those who are compromised kipamkat. And now your viral load is uncontrollable or close banagayon. Antibacterial, antifungal, traditionally used to treat skin diseases, wounds, and fever. It also helps to heal cuts and infections. You can consume orally. You can also apply topically on the wound itself. Jatrofa, 120 for 100 gram yate. Thank you. Okay, we're good. Okay, cool. Let's talk about baobab. Okay, rolling. What's good? So eki baobab, African baobab. This is a superfood that can be consumed or used as a mask or for hair growth. It's also great for like issues around toothaches. It's a superfood that you can use to provide the body with dense minerals and nutrients. We can use this to fight malnutrition by making our porridges even stronger in terms of its mineral content. So mabele mixed with African baobab creates a superfood, right? This superfood is very powerful for you. It's good for kids as well. You can make a juice gayona, you can bake gayona, you can mix it into brownies, you can mix with yogurt, you can make it into pancakes. There are many ways to consume African baobab. It's made from the seeds. So how kaibula the pod thing, it's got like these seeds that are now laced with the powder. So as you see it now, this is just the powder and then the seeds are pushed aside, right? The seeds are also used for other medicinal properties as well as spiritual work. So get African baobab powder, 100 gram ya teng ke 160, Sure. Okay, let's roll on. Let's do an idea, the 9-day detox, Okay, cool. Sure, Buffet, back again here to talk to you about the African Herbal 9-day detox plan, which is going live very soon. Our dates for the sale of the kit is from the 25th up until the 31st. We then start with the first group of people taking part in this 9-day detox plan on the 5th of August. Nah? So stay tuned for that. Make sure you stay in the loop. How do you stay in the loop? There's a link that's in our bio where you can sign up for the pre-sign up link that will be sent out to you. You can then sign up for the program. We have a limited number of people we're accepting for this 9-day detox. It's 50 people. Because it's our first try, we want to see how it's going to work. We want to also see how can we manage the community. So there's limited spaces available. As it stands, there's 168 people who've pre-signed up. So there's quite a big demand. 160 people who've pre-signed up to join the 9-day African Herbal Detox program. When you pay for the program, what do you get? We will ship out a kit of around 7 herbs to you. And then this kit you will use in a structured way. We will bring you into our private social media community. In there, you will be receiving daily notifications, 3 notifications a day, that will be telling you what to do at each interval of the day. So morning, midday, and evening over a 9-day cycle. Nah? We've shot some really cool videos, instructional videos to teach you on the herb. We've also got many other assets that you'll be getting from us to empower you on the process of detox. Why you're taking that particular herb, what that herb is about. And in the community, questions can be posed. People will be able to drop comments. They'll be able to upload like post detox teas. They'll be able to give us feedback. So we'll have a feed there, sort of like what you'd see on Facebook, but you'd then have this feed on our private network, where people can join and we can communicate together. So these 50 people will be able to form part of now what will be the first class. At the end of the 9-day detox, you'll receive a certificate. We'll have some prizes and giveaways for this private community as well of these people who are taking part in this detox program. Our goal here is to teach people how to detox using herbs native to us here, as well as give people a structured approach so that they can be consistent. Currently, we have a situation where people will come buy herbs from us, but now they aren't consistent as they should. So our goal is to give them structure so that they can be consistent. Thank you. Sure.